Hey guys, do you want to learn how to actually taste whiskey?
I've been drinking it for so long.
Haven't even tasted it once.
Yeah, I never didn't realize.
Well, that's what we're doing on this bonus episode.
Yeah.
If you've been following the channel, recently we've been doing a lot of beer tastings, a lot of whiskey tastings, and if you have watched the whiskey episodes, viewers will notice that we, actually all of us, have said at some point, like, man, I wish I knew what I was talking about with whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what we're doing.
Good.
I've looked up several guides on the internet, and I've kind of combined the best tips, and now I'm going to share it with everyone here.
Can't wait.
Whiskey Tribe on YouTube is a great resource for just reviews and also like how to taste whiskey. And what's his name? Richard Patterson. He's an older guy.
Patterson.
You'd think he'd be kind of like snooty, but like he's actually pretty funny. So,
there you go.
Brian, I asked you to just bring out a whiskey from your collection. So what are we drinking? What are we tasting?
So I brought Brandan inside with me because we're like, oh, we should probably pick a whiskey. And almost all my whiskeys were
gasoline.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
All of them were 100 proof or more for the most part.
Yep.
I had two that weren't 100 proof.
Yeah.
So it was, and so we went this one. This one was the second least proofage, but 95 proof. Old Forester, distilled exclusively for Statesman. This one's 95 proof. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm a big fan of Old Forester, which I've said in other episodes. It was going to be between this and the 1910.
Oh,
Yeah.
Which is also Old Forester, right?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. What do I do?
Glassware, very important. Brian actually has the best one. Ideally, you want something with like basically a stem. So you could basically hold it by the stem and not by the glass itself. That way you're not warming up the whiskey.
Andre the Giant when he drinks whiskey.
Yeah. Dude, that photo of him holding a beer can is so crazy.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah, and basically, let's just get right into it. So a big part of tasting whiskey is obviously smelling whiskey. Which, again, I know all of us at some point would be like, yeah, all I smell is burning.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've actually got a few tips that I'm like kind of excited to like share with you guys.
Okay.
So first, Brian, since you have the whiskey, just pour like a drop in each of our glasses. Just like the tiniest.
You fucking slapped your hand right when I did the fucking... There we go.
Here.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I yelled at you.
That's understandable.
I haven't even been drinking yet.
Yeah. No, the punch of
This equals me out.
This smells me out.
Just a drop.
Yeah, just that. Yeah, there you go.
that?
Yeah, just a tiny spit. We're just smelling. Obviously, you wouldn't do all of these steps with every time you drink whiskey, because I'd just be.
I can just imagine like being at a bartender.
Yeah.
I want to smell that one, please.
Please, just a tiny bit.
Conan.
So basically, what you want to do is just.
I should have fucking washed this better.
It's not. It adds character.
The alcohol will come.
Yeah, that's character.
So
it's
basically,
fine.
you want to roll the whiskey around so it coats the entire glass.
Oh.
I'm a champion at this.
When you coat most all of the glass, you can just do whatever with the whiskey. Richard Patterson would just literally fling it on the wall.
You pour it in the glass, okay? And you're slowing it on the floor.
Yes.
Now that our glasses are finely coated,
Yes.
now smell it. Exactly what you just did. Now, easy. Next time I tell you, just like, easy. We don't have anything to do for the rest of the night. Just.
Now I've heard that you should do like one nostril or like go like
Yes.
this.
So, and actually, yeah, we'll go.
Yeah, I win.
I gotta rinse this out.
Again, Richard Patterson, who is very entertaining. He basically describes it like a conversation, much like Garth Brooks would.
She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that.
What most people recommend is kind of like keep the glass away and just a little in there, and then.
Apparently, I'm just shoving my whole nose in it.
Yeah.
Like,
So Richard Patterson would be like,
Hello. How are you? And there you are. Quite well.
It definitely smells different.
Yeah.
When you're just smelling a
so
shot.
basically,
or-
the whole reason why you coat the glass is so you're not just getting straight alcohol.
Yeah.
When you do kind of get comfortable, you kind of,
Yeah.
you almost want to angle the glass because everyone's nostrils are different, especially yours.
Yeah.
So like one side will be able to smell better than the other. So yeah, basically you want to angle it.
It's almost like a light smokiness.
And
really light.
The other thing that kind of blew my mind when I heard it is when you smell, do it with your mouth open. And if
Wait.
Yeah,
Smell
like
with your mouth. I don't know how to.
ideally you want to breathe in through your nose and your mouth at the same
I'm all
time.
congested. I smell vanilla.
I got vanilla too.
Yeah. Wow.
So
that's
I'd say to kind of recap. But, so the first like tip is like just do like the one drop, kind of coat the glass, and then smell it that way. If you do again just like the tiniest bit in each of our glasses, I'll show you the second tip that kind of like blew my mind.
That's the first time I've ever smelt a whiskey.
Yeah.
And actually smelt something other than just
Burning.
Yeah.
The second tip, which is really interesting, is basically put your hand over the glass, and then you want to just like do this. So it is gonna get on your hand.
Yes.
All right, rub it.
Oh,
What is going on?
Probably shouldn't drive home after that.
Seriously.
And then basically just want to get it till like, it's not wet
Right,
anymore.
yeah.
Now smell your hands.
Oh, wow.
And then if you want to do like one of these to
Yeah.
help dry it out.
That's really surprising.
And it's the exact same thing. It's because the actual liquid, the actual alcohol is out of it, you can smell like the actual notes.
Right, yeah.
While we're all smelling our hands.
Yeah.
They recommend various places. They recommend to just have a list of words to describe whiskey.
Kind of help you.
Yeah. If you Google Woodford Reserve Flavor Wheel,
Oh.
so it basically has it kind of categorized by spice, wood, grain, sweet, floral, and then in each of those categories, it kind of breaks it down even more. But they said just seeing a list of words will kind of help you like, oh yeah, it does kind of smell like that.
Yeah. Nice.
So let's say, for the next bonus episode, we're going to do a whole bunch of whiskeys. If you want to reset your palate, they recommend just smell your elbow. So just, and that kind of resets your palate.
Irish Spring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also heard,
Oh, wow.
exactly, Brian, once you reset your palate, smell
yeah,
again.
it's a lot stronger.
Yeah, and you'll get different notes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Anyone else
getting,
getting
I'm getting
citrus on
like a vanilla-y, citrusy.
Like zest.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, correct.
Wow.
And then the last little tip I'll say for smelling is if you want to sound really fancy, instead of saying, oh, I smell wood or I smell, spice, just say on the nose. It's like, yes, there's some wood on the nose.
Oh my God.
How to make everybody hate you.
Right, yeah, yeah.
So first, before we move on, what'd you guys think of the smelling tips?
It actually.
Did you like
This is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then, how do you guys feel about the hand compared to smelling the glass with like the one drop?
It's totally different.
Yeah.
You get different notes.
Right.
Yeah.
From each way. I got more vanilla doing it out of the glass, and out of the hands, I got more of that citrus, like peel or whatever.
Yeah. Surprisingly, much like wine, feel free to aerate this and kind of swish it around. That's why Brian's glass is a little bit better, just because it kind of comes up to a narrow top.
Yes.
And also like wine, they said that if you let the bourbon sit out for like 30, 40 minutes, they'll help open it up more.
Yeah. That's what I've started doing
Wow.
with new bottles that I get. Because I guess there's a debate whether it's a real thing or not, but you'll hear the term like neck pour.
Oh, interesting.
And that's where it's just like so that first pour, it's a really hot pour.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot of people think it's just it hasn't really aerated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing is just letting it just be uncorked for,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah. Basically the same thing that we did where you just almost want to do like, to me it just reminds me of like playing the trombone. So you
Yeah,
just-
yeah. Holy moly. I get a big hint of vanilla.
Ooh.
Big hint. You guys
I
get
did
that?
the nostril sides and like got something.
What are you guys getting?
Like vanilla.
It's almost like vanilla is
And-
overpowering.
Is graham cracker stupid?
No.
Graham cracker. Yes.
I almost want to say like leather or something. But like old,
It's that-
like almost
yeah,
like moldy
yeah,
leather.
yeah.
Is that like maybe like the oak barrel or something?
It's like a smokiness, but not smoky. That doesn't make sense though. Wood, like you said, was it on the nose or?
Yes, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Look at me. I'm a whiskey.
I'm a whiskey.
Okay, so now that we have smelled this one whiskey for about 15 minutes now,
Yeah.
we can actually drink it.
Yes.
So the two tips that, again, I found very useful was, one, they said sip it like it's boiling hot coffee.
Do you slurp it?
I mean, you can if you want to. And then the other thing they said is make sure that the whiskey touches every part of the inside of your mouth.
Okay.
And like take your time with it.
Yeah, don't
So again,
chug. Okay.
I keep forgetting his name. Richard Patterson was saying like he was saying it like half jokingly, but like this is a 12-year whiskey. Keep it in your mouth for 12 seconds.
Oh.
So I mean, like again, that's not an actual rule. I just
Yeah.
you know. It definitely does. The taste does change.
It does.
Yeah.
Like a surprising amount.
The first to me was very
And-
light in the
ooh,
beginning.
And before I forget, now that you've tasted it, smell it again. With mouth open if you can.
Wow. It is like almost light.
hard for
super
me to do
light.
that.
It's super light.
Yeah, it's
Like I feel
Yeah.
like I'm going off somewhere.
like just do a very light breathe through your mouth, but also like have your nose help. I don't know
Yeah.
how else to explain it.
yeah, no, that's
It's like you're
yep.
doing it with your mouth first. To me, it smells a lot lighter, and I feel like I'm getting more notes off of it, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
It starts off really smooth, and then all of a sudden, like all those flavors leave, and it's alcohol. It's straight up alcohol, and not bad. That's what I'm getting though. I'm getting that burning afterwards. Like the flavors kind of disappear on me.
Yes. And something that also interested me was they asked, where does it burn? Is it on the tongue? Is it in the throat? Is it in the cheeks?
It's so nothing in the cheeks, a little bit on the tongue, and then down the throat, but then it's gone.
Yeah.
Like it's on the throat for like a few seconds, and like so right now, if I had to say, I'm feeling it more like on the middle of my tongue
yeah.
than anywhere. Like that's it though.
And after you've had a good sip and you've let it sit and everything, take a big breath through your mouth. You'll occasionally get a few more notes from that.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of wood out of it.
Yeah,
A lot
especially
of
with the breath.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of wood. It's almost like it's like they used vanilla and then the barrels.
Is raisins stupid? Did I say that already or no?
No, I
You
didn't
did
say
not say that,
raisins.
and no,
Graham
not
cracker.
stupid.
No, graham cracker I didn't get raisins. I didn't get that.
Or like dates maybe?
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like a sweetness like that, but there's no.
The other thing is instead of trying to think of like, oh, this tastes like
Yeah.
blank,
Yeah.
you could also say, this reminds me of
Right.
blank.
Ah,
So I don't know how much you guys have in each of your glasses. It looks like we all kind of have a similar
Yeah.
amount. But basically add the tiniest bit of water in each of these.
all right.
Literally the tiniest amount.
Yeah.
Oh,
You said 2 ounces, right?
And then basically repeat all those steps. So kind of go through the whole smelling process.
Wow, that's stronger. The vanilla is way stronger.
Yeah, so because you're diluting it,
Yeah.
you'll get less alcohol and
Yeah.
hopefully more flavors.
See, when I have a whiskey, if I'm gonna at a bar or whatever, and I'm just gonna sip, for a while, I have put an ice cube in it,
Yeah.
or like a little bit of water. That's how I usually have it, anyways.
Ooh, I get a little bit more spice now.
Me too. Oh
On the breath.
yeah. Wow. Oh.
Like what kind of spice do we have on this list? I was supposed to have black pepper. Oh yeah, that is one of them.
It starts off sweet, and then the spice kicks in. Now, if somebody asked me, "Hey, what does that taste like?" I'd be able to be like, "Oh, it's
I'll
got
fucking tell you.
yeah.
sit down.
Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, thanks, douche," and then I walk away.
So that's pretty much all the tips and notes that I had.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to get down
breathing through. Yeah, the mouth open thing.
That is pretty helpful. The mouth open and the nose thing, that is good.
So apparently the science behind that is if you just do your nose with your mouth closed, the alcohol vapors basically just get trapped in your sinus. So basically when you open up your mouth, it kind of, there's more airflow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and the different nostrils is kind of interesting too.
Mm-hmm. It definitely has a bit of a bite at the end after the sweetness, the spiciness. Yes, that's what I get. I get like a 2 second, 1 second, like, ha!
Right.
And then, then it's like, oh, now we're calming down. I'm glad you enjoyed us.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's. I mean, I did the tiniest bit of water. It melts it out so much.
Yeah, it really did.
So yeah, hopefully now for our next whiskey tasting, which might be Johnny Walker, hopefully we'll sound slightly less dumb.
And if you guys tried this, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
You know, if it worked for you or what you tried.
Yeah, what tip was the most interesting or the most helpful.
Yeah.
So cool. Until next time.
Good journey.
Good journey.
Thanks for checking out this week's episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, tell a friend.